Nintendo Switch 2. There's been a lot of discussion about potential third-party games right here. So Nintendo Switch 2 hardware power is reportedly attracting third-party studios with ambitious AAA projects.
Awesome.
And then, of course, we've got some rumors out there with Microsoft Flight Simulator, Halo, the Master Chief Collection, which I think would be a huge win, not specifically to be released on the Switch, but bring the Master Chief Collection to the Switch 2 and the PlayStation 5, and just get more people the opportunity to play classic Halo. Yes. And have it crossplay.
Yes.
Have it crossplay.
The best thing that they could do for Halo's brand right now is to just go back and let people play the old shit and realize how good this franchise was before they completely fucked it up.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Crossplay. Give me the ability to play Halo the Master Chief Collection on Switch 2 with my friends on PlayStation 5 or my friends on Xbox or PC or whatever. Give it crossplay and let people play freaking Halo. That would be amazing. And so, yeah, obviously you got your Call of Duty game that's been rumored for a while. They want to be on a Nintendo system.
Elden Ring on Switch
2 would be interesting. So,
man, it just depends on how this thing can perform. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about.
That's the real question.
I'm hearing, and we've already talked about it, but I'm hearing that Switch 2 is going to be like PS4 level graphics.
I mean, I don't really care. I really don't. I don't care. The third party stuff is what's interesting to me is the third party stuff that kind of lends us into the idea like of what this system is going to be capable of. Like personally, like third party games do not sell Nintendo systems. They never have, and they never will. They're a complement. Yeah. They're a dessert. You know, they're not the main course. So
it's more for people who cannot buy other consoles and they only have a Nintendo console.
Right, right. So these things, the discussion about potential third party games is interesting, but the main thing that we're going to have to worry about with the Switch 2 is obviously what the primary games are with Mario Kart, and what type of Mario, like what are they going to do with Mario Kart? Because if Mario Kart 9 comes out, or 10 or whatever they're going to call it, there's going to be, I don't mean it in a negative way, but there's going to be some type of gimmick to it. You know, like you had like zero gravity with like Mario Kart 8. What I mean by that is like you had like the gravity, you know, with like Mario Kart 8 when it came out, you know, and all that. Mario
what
Kart
else
Wii,
is
you know,
left to do?
Super communism. Yeah.
Super communism.
So my point was about the graphics is if they're attracting third-party developers and third-party games to their console, that means that their console can produce those quality graphics. That was my point.
I'm very much interested in that, and there has been leaks that the Nintendo Switch 2 hardware is capable of DLSS. And if it is capable of DLSS, which is the NVIDIA upscaler through AI, that means possibility for 4K.
The thing
which
is
fantastic.
The DLSS technology is one of the best things that happened in Nintendo because now they can be like, look, we can do all the stuff you can do, guys, and not really actually have to invest all the time and effort into making a console that actually can. But
you ask what's next. There's always opportunities there. So, I mean, at some point in time, Nintendo can do the whole Diddy Kong racing template, you know, of having, you know, vehicles, boats, planes, whatever. They can do that. That would be amazing. I mean, Sonic All-Star Racing did it and did it pretty good. Nintendo's going to do it even better if they ever do something like that. But I personally like the 24-player Mario Kart is fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
I can't even comprehend the
and that's got to be an option that you can turn on and off.
What, 24?
Right.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to be pure chaos, which is kind of what Mario Kart's kind of known for at this point in time. Like, could you imagine us having 24 people? Like, just all get in Discord, stream on our own channels, just get 24 people, have this mega Mario Kart stream once a month.
Would be,
I think
there would be so many channel takedowns at the end.
I would like to think. I would like to think that it's a mode. I think it would be a mode that you can turn on and off because you got to think about the normies that are going to be picking this up for the first time.
Them going back and doing a bunch of old maps like they were doing, that doesn't feel like prep for something coming down the line. That just feels like keeping people interested and keeping people invested in the Switch as they go. So it's like, so where do? You innovate completely, wipe the slate clean, all new maps, you know?
Or maybe it's only certain maps. Maybe like 1 out of every 4 maps is a 24-person map.
I mean, for them to do every map that's going to be able to have 24 people, that's a lot. Because that map that they showed clearly has really wide, it's a really wide road and a really wide path to have that many people. It's like anything else. So like I'll bring Titanfall into this, okay? I always got to bring Titanfall into it, right? But my point being is that Titanfall maps, when they introduced pilot versus pilot, the game didn't feel as good to me playing pilot versus pilot because the maps were designed for Titans and pilots. Yes. So when you took Titans out of the game, the maps didn't have the same feel and the same vibe for it because they were not designed for just pilot versus pilot. So if you're going to design all of the maps in Mario Kart 9 for 24 players, it's going to feel different if you're only racing 12 players, I think. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just something to think about from that perspective. But I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the Nintendo Switch too. I can't wait.
Does Mario Kart 8 even have 24 characters?
I think it does. I don't know how many. And now with all the DLC,
so
Mario Kart 8 had a bunch of DLC, and then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe added from all the DLC from Mario Kart 8 and added. I'm pretty sure it does. I don't know how many does Mario Kart 8 Deluxe have total characters? I think it's got more than 24.
I think it does.
I think so. I don't know.
Probably.
And Krista, are you still in the chat? Krista, are we still playing Mario Kart tomorrow night on Geeks Gamers Play? I think we are.
There are
I believe Mario Kart is next.
Dan wants to be there. He misses Mario Kart. Oh, 48,
48 total characters.
Yeah.
48, damn. So 24 characters would be half the characters of Mario Kart 8.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's going to be freaking wild.
I do think that they need to expand. I would love to see it be like Smash Bros, like with a bunch of different characters like that, all with their own themed carts. That would be so rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So we're gonna see, what happens with it, but with the third-party support that is reportedly out there right now, I think that's interesting because it does kind of lend you to the idea that maybe this thing's a little more powerful than we were anticipating. But again, third-party games do not sell Nintendo Switches. They just don't.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a complement. So the main thing is going to be, what are the first-party games? Is it going to be Mario Kart 9? Are they going to get a new Zelda? Are we going to get a 3D Mario? Is it going to be Mario Galaxy 3? Is it going to be Super Mario Odyssey 2? Is it going to be Super Mario Universe? Like, what is the next Mario game going to be?
Well, I think this could have huge potential because if you think about the value of getting a Switch 2, it's going to be better than you're going to get more bang for your buck than getting like a Steam Deck. And let's say in the future, you can play Grand Theft Auto 5 on it. And if you are always on the go and traveling, or even Grand Theft Auto 6, in the future. But it's like, if you're constantly mobile and you want to play video games and you got your Switch 2 and you can play Grand Theft Auto on it, you can play Skyrim. You can already play Skyrim on the original Switch. So if you can play Elden Ring and Dark Souls and shit on that on the go, and it's significantly cheaper than getting a Steam Deck, people are going to fucking buy it just for that.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, the Steam Deck's better value because you can play Nintendo games at better frame rates and better performance.
But on an emulator.
But the emulator is nothing. Like, it plays the games perfectly fine.
I'm almost certain for the Nintendo Direct on April 2nd, we will be getting hardware updates. What's actually inside this thing?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like we're going to get software. Like, I feel like that's going to be the primary thing. Like, if they announce a Mario Kart and a new 3D Mario and a Zelda, that's all people are going to fucking talk about anyway. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. You know what I would gladly pay for? I would love to buy a Nintendo Switch, even if it were a little bit more expensive, like $100 more expensive. That doesn't have the handheld mode. Is just a regular console, TV console, that has an improved hardware, has an improved performance for the games. I will gladly buy a Switch Pro, a Switch 2 Pro, or a Super Switch 2
Super Switch.
Yeah,
Don't get
Super
Mike
Switch
started.
2. Super Switch
Just
2.
saying.
Yeah, that it's just a console.
s-
It's just a TV console. It's not a handheld because I never use
still
handheld
mad.
on my Switch anyway.
Mike just wants Trump to sign an executive order saying
Bro,
Nintendo Switch 2 cannot be
it's
called
so-
that.
It's
No,
it's
there's
just-
still
I was
hope.
like,
There's
fuck,
still hope. There might be a Super Switch 2.
I do
Nintendo
agree.
Switch
It would
2
be-
is the best name. It's the best name.
The Switch 2 Pro
It
will be
is-
called a Super Switch 2.
It's the worst
Yeah.
fucking name ever, dude.